Good morning, everybody, from the backside of Churchill Downs. It is flat out gorgeous out here. You've got some horses out there already, athletes actually, out there for their morning runs. You're not going to see any Derby or Oaks horses out there just yet. Those typically don't come out until about 7:30, but beauties they are. Good morning, Kentuckiana. I'm Eric King.
And I'm Colleen Minogue, off to a great start here on your Thurby morning. It's a little bit chilly, but we know that things are going to be heating up, and I'm not just talking about your outfit, Eric. Oh my goodness, you look amazing. Well, we look amazing.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sitting next to the unprecedented glamour of Miss Haley Minogue. Colleen, equally glamorous this morning, joining us also here on the backside with a look at what we can expect as we move through this chilly morning into a much more pleasant afternoon.
You know, it's very chilly. I just still can't believe it. This is my first Kentucky Derby. I took horseback riding lessons back in 3rd grade, but I have never seen thoroughbreds this large, this close. They're out on the track practicing right now. The track is nice and dry. It'll be dry today. Beautiful setup, but we might have some rain in that forecast for Oaks afternoon. Let's go ahead and take a live view over downtown Louisville. Some dark skies right now. Temperatures are right around the mid 40s, some of us in the upper 30s. Your day part setup for Thurby, getting into the low 70s with mostly sunny skies. So I'm wearing a thick coat right now, but trust me, you guys, you will not be needing it today. It is really just going to be a phenomenal setup for Thurby, a known day for the locals, and we have been going on all week here at Churchill, but it is only getting started as we inch our way towards the Kentucky Derby. We all want to know about that forecast. So for Oaks later in the afternoon, we are tracking a low pressure system that will be heading our way. There is a chance for that low pressure system to be farther to the south. In the scenario that it happens, the majority of the rain will be farther south of Jefferson County and Churchill. So it's really going to be a hit or miss with the showers in that forecast. I'll dive in a little bit closer and help you plan out your Oaks and Kentucky Derby forecasts coming up here shortly.
All right, Colleen, thank you so very much. One thing we know to be true when it comes to not just the Oaks and the Derby, but really this week in Kentucky, specifically Louisville, is the amount of you that are waking up with us for the first time, visitors to our city. And that really shows when we look at the hotel numbers. We're racing to a possible record this year during Derby week. The number of hotel rooms booked by guests is nearing 100% capacity.
Yeah, Greater Louisville Incorporated, or GLI, is saying that the bookings and the spending for this year is reaching pre-pandemic totals, which is really impressive when you think about it, that it's rebounded that quickly. Now, GLI believes that it could even exceed past amounts, predicting spending during this year's Derby will reach $400 million. That would be a new record. New Loose, newest development, Hotel Genevieve, or Genevieve, just opened yesterday. They're looking to capitalize on the opportunity.
If you think about it, people need a place to stay, right? So we wanted to be open first thing. We are amazed at the way people have responded to our hotel. I can tell you that our occupancy hit far beyond what we ever thought that we would do for this weekend.
GLI says hotels will book more guests by the end of Derby week 2023 than ever before. They're predicting a 96% hotel occupancy rate.
That's really good because it's not just heads and beds, it's feet and seats at restaurants, and it really benefits the entire city and region.
It really does. And those people, you know, they come, they spend their money here, and then they, you know, keep it classy and they keep it pushing.
And they have a good time. They come back year after year.
Yeah.
Something that we do have to address while we're at the track, it's a bit unfortunate that we have to talk about this, but it's a reality of the industry. There have been a number of horse deaths that have happened here at the track just over the past several days.
Right. Churchill Downs is calling the recent deaths at the track completely unusual and unacceptable. 4 horses have now died in the last 6 days.
So the track has gotten out in front of this quickly. In a statement, it says it shares the concerns of fans who have questions. It says full necropsies, which are the animal version of an autopsy, are now underway into how each horse died, noting the safety and well-being of horses is critical.
So to gain some more understanding, we spoke with Dr. Alan Ruggles, who works at the Rood and Riddle Equine Hospital in Lexington. That's where Derby qualifier Wild on Ice was euthanized last week.
Am I concerned that 4 horses are dead? 100%. No, you'd be silly not to be concerned about that. It bothers me, but I don't know that there's a it's hard to make a conclusion of some way you could change that per se, because there was either negligence or whatever, or a condition that existed.
2 of the 4 horses who died were under the same trainer, Safi Joseph Jr., and they were owned by Ken Ramsey.
Now, you and I were both out here on Saturday night for opening night here at Churchill Downs. That's when one of those deaths occurred after one of the races. The other happened on Tuesday, where one of the horses died suddenly during a race. So we asked the trainer, Joseph Jr., about these incidents, and he said they just flat out don't know right now what the cause was for either of those deaths. Blood work came back fine. So we also asked, an additional, more probing question, if there was a thought that there might be some wrongdoing when it comes to the horses.
I don't think it's bad fortune. It's not about that. To happen twice, it's not. I mean, we're gonna see. I don't know what it is. I don't have an answer right now. I mean, I wish I did. If I had an answer, I would love to have an answer. I would love to have some kind of closure, but we just have to go through protocol and try to get to the bottom of it. I mean, not having an answer is the worst thing. I mean, as I said, when the horse gets injured, that's different. You have an answer, correct? This is an answer.
So you can feel the frustration, right? And you can feel the sadness there too. The Animal Wellness Action organization released a statement here about the 4 horse deaths, saying the horses that died were young, should not be dying at this clip. They called out the breeding industry, saying it values speed over bodily integrity, and also pointed out that track surfaces may be unsafe.
So if I could have the folks join me for the presentation of the antlers, I guess we could go ahead and make that announcement.
Hold on. Wait 1 second, Matt. Hold on.
The bell.
Now I'm gonna let you finish, Matt. But the bell.
The Belle of Louisville took on the Belle of Cincinnati and the American Countess for the coveted silver antlers during the Great Steamboat race. Now, the race followed along a 14-mile course on the Ohio River. The Belle of Louisville, looking for a three-peat, won, but not without argument from the captain
Controversy
of the Belle of Cincinnati.
At 6 o'clock, there was nobody in sight. We started the race. Now, I know that's going to be a bone of contention here, but I want you to know that I was told the race starts at 6.
They are clearly cheating, but it was also as clear as daylight that the Belle of Louisville crossed the finish line first.
Mayor Craig Greenberg said to prevent cheating next year, he would be sponsoring wrestlers from his Ohio Valley Wrestling League to monitor each boat. Now, Greenberg, of course, is a part owner of the Ohio Valley Wrestling in Louisville. What is the boat equivalent of doping? I feel like that's the accusation at hand
Well,
here.
if it's a steamboat, I guess it would be power.
They're using diesel, unregulated diesel.
How much do I love? Obviously, when you're the mayor of a city, you are cloaked in immense power, right? But when you also have a fleet of wrestlers around you, that's a whole new ball game.
Craig Greenberg saying, hold on. I loved it.
Bring in the wrestlers. I love it. All right, everybody, we're having a great time this morning. Hopefully you're waking up having a great time with us, because we're live on the backside of Churchill Downs.